Imagine a world teetering on the precipice of chaos, where every decision could tip the balance towards catastrophe. The year is 1939, a year that will be etched into the annals of history. Europe, still bearing the deep scars of the Great War, is a tinderbox of political tensions and economic instability ready to ignite. The Treaty of Versailles, intended to ensure lasting peace, has instead sown the seeds of resentment and nationalism, creating fertile ground for conflict. In Germany, a charismatic and ruthless dictator, Adolf Hitler, has risen to power, fueled by promises of national revival and vengeance, captivating the masses. The world watches with bated breath, unaware of the horrors that await, a global conflict that will forever alter the course of history, leaving no corner of the earth untouched. The stage is set for World War II, a conflict that will engulf the globe in a maelstrom of unprecedented violence and destruction, reshaping nations and lives. From the beaches of Normandy to the dense jungles of the Pacific, millions will fight and die in a clash of ideologies, ambitions, and sheer survival. Each battle a testament to human endurance. The war will leave an indelible mark on humanity, shaping the geopolitical landscape for generations to come. Its echoes felt long after the last shot is fired. Join us now as we embark on a captivating journey through the history of World War II, exploring the key events, pivotal battles, and enduring legacy of this global conflict, a story of courage, sacrifice, and resilience. To understand the origins of World War II, we must journey back to the aftermath of World War I. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, officially ended the war but left Germany humiliated and economically crippled. The treaty imposed harsh reparations payments on Germany, stripped it of its territories, and limited its military capabilities. This punitive treaty fueled resentment and instability in Germany, creating fertile ground for the rise of extremist ideologies. Among those who exploited this discontent was Adolf Hitler and his Nazi Party. Hitler, a veteran of World War I, skillfully channeled the widespread anger and frustration into a potent political force. He denounced the Treaty of Versailles as a national humiliation and promised to restore Germany to its former glory. Hitler's message resonated with a population desperate for hope and a return to stability. Hitler's rise to power was swift and ruthless. The Nazi Party, once a fringe group, gained significant support in the 1930s amidst economic depression and political turmoil. Hitler's ideology, a toxic mix of nationalism, anti-Semitism, and militarism, found a receptive audience in a nation seeking scapegoats for its woes. In 1933, Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany, marking a turning point in history. Once in power, Hitler consolidated his control over Germany, transforming it into a totalitarian state. He silenced opposition, suppressed dissent, and systematically persecuted Jews and other minority groups. Hitler's regime embarked on a massive rearmament program in violation of the Treaty of Versailles, with the goal of achieving European domination. After years of escalating tensions and aggressive expansion, Germany's actions finally triggered a global conflict that would engulf the entire world. On September 1, 1939, German forces invaded Poland, marking the official beginning of World War II, a war that would change history. Britain and France, bound by treaties to defend Poland's independence, declared war on Germany 2 days later, setting the stage for a global conflict. The invasion of Poland showcased Germany's military might and the devastating effectiveness of its blitzkrieg tactics, which were unprecedented at the time. Blitzkrieg, meaning lightning war, involved a rapid and coordinated assault using tanks, aircraft, and infantry, overwhelming the enemy's defenses with speed and precision. Poland, despite its valiant resistance, was swiftly overrun, its fate a grim foreshadowing of the horrors to come in the years ahead. Following the conquest of Poland, Germany unleashed its blitzkrieg strategy on Western Europe. In the spring of 1940, German forces stormed through Denmark, Norway, the Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg, crushing resistance and occupying vast swathes of territory. The speed and ferocity of the German advance stunned the world. France, once considered a formidable military power, was caught off guard by the German onslaught. The Maginot Line, a heavily fortified defensive barrier along the Franco-German border, proved ineffective against Germany's flanking maneuver through Belgium. Paris fell to the Germans in June 1940, and France was forced to surrender. As the war raged in Europe, the United States remained officially neutral, though it provided material aid to Britain and other Allied nations through programs like the Lend-Lease Act. However, the course of the war changed dramatically on December 7, 1941, when Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, targeting the U.S. Pacific Fleet. The attack, intended as a preemptive strike against the U.S. Pacific Fleet, stunned the American public and galvanized support for war, uniting the nation in a way never seen before. The following day, December 8, 1941, the United States declared war on Japan, officially entering World War II and marking a significant shift in global power dynamics. Germany and Italy, Japan's allies in the Axis powers, declared war on the United States shortly thereafter, expanding the conflict into a truly global war that spanned multiple continents. The entry of the United States, with its vast industrial capacity and military might, would prove to be a decisive factor in the Allied victory, altering the course of history. By 1944, the tide of war began to turn in favor of the Allies. On June 6, 1944, known as D-Day, Allied forces launched a massive amphibious invasion of Normandy, France, marking the largest seaborne invasion in history. The invasion, codenamed Operation Overlord, involved troops from the United States, Britain, Canada, and other Allied nations. D-Day was a pivotal victory for the Allies, establishing a foothold in Western Europe and opening a second front against Germany. The invasion marked the beginning of the liberation of France and paved the way for the eventual Allied advance into Germany. While the war raged in Europe, a fierce and brutal conflict unfolded in the Pacific theater. Following the attack on Pearl Harbor, Japan achieved a series of early victories, capturing vast swathes of territory in Southeast Asia and the Pacific. However, the United States, under the leadership of Admiral Chester Nimitz and General Douglas MacArthur, began to push back against Japanese expansion. The Allied strategy in the Pacific focused on island hopping, capturing key islands and using them as bases to advance closer to Japan. The fighting in the Pacific was characterized by brutal island battles, often fought in unforgiving jungle terrain. As the war entered its final months, the Allied leaders faced a difficult decision regarding Japan. Japan, despite suffering heavy losses, remained defiant, refusing to surrender unconditionally. The prospect of invading the Japanese mainland, a costly and bloody endeavor, loomed large. In August 1945, the United States, under President Harry S. Truman, made the fateful decision to drop atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The bombs, harnessing the destructive power of nuclear fission, caused unprecedented devastation, killing tens of thousands of people instantly and leaving a legacy of radiation sickness and environmental damage. World War II, the deadliest conflict in human history, left an indelible mark on the world, changing it forever. It claimed an estimated 40 to 85 million lives, a staggering number that still haunts us today, leaving countless others injured, displaced, and traumatized, their lives irrevocably altered. The war reshaped the geopolitical landscape, redrawing borders and creating new nations, leading to the emergence of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers and ushering in the Cold War, a period of intense rivalry and tension. The war also had a profound impact on technology, science, and medicine, driving innovation at an unprecedented pace. It accelerated the development of radar, a crucial tool in modern warfare, jet engines, antibiotics, and nuclear weapons, each a double-edged sword of progress and peril, forever altering the course of human history and our understanding of power. Yet, amidst the devastation and loss, there were glimmers of hope and renewal. World War II also revealed the resilience of the human spirit. Stories of courage, sacrifice, and heroism and compassion emerged from the ashes of war, showing the best of humanity in the worst of times, reminding us of the enduring power of hope and humanity, and the lessons we must never forget.